There is a counterintuitive truth at the center of style for men over 60 that most men discover late, if they discover it at all. The truth is this: adding more to an outfit almost never makes it better. More layers, more colors, more accessories, more visible effort. These things do not strengthen an outfit, they complicate it. And complication in the context of a mature man's wardrobe is almost always the enemy of the impression that man actually wants to make. The instinct to add is understandable. When an outfit feels like it is missing something, the natural response is to look for something to put in. A different watch, a pocket square, an additional layer, a bolder color somewhere, and occasionally, rarely, the instinct is correct. But far more often, what the outfit is missing is not more, it is better. A cleaner version of the same idea, with fewer pieces chosen with more precision, almost always produces a stronger result than the version with more pieces chosen with less thought. This is the central principle that separates men who look effortlessly sharp from men who look like they are trying. The effortless-looking man has not dressed without care. He has dressed with care that was invisible, with choices made in advance, with a system that requires no deliberation in the morning. The trying too hard man has assembled something visible, a combination of many elements that individually may be fine, but that collectively announce that he was working at it. The audience for style, as for most things, can feel the difference between effort and ease, even when they cannot name what they are registering. This channel is about classic menswear, timeless style, and the practical decisions that help men over 60 look sharp without overcomplicating things. Today we are going into the less is more principle, not as a vague aesthetic preference, but as a specific and practical guide to when to remove something, what to keep, and why the simpler version of almost any outfit almost always delivers more than the complex one. The first area where less consistently outperforms more is color. Most men over 60 who look slightly off in their outfits are not wearing the wrong colors individually. They are wearing too many of them at once. 3 or 4 different tones in one outfit create a visual complexity that the eye has to work to resolve, and when the eye is working, the impression is effortful rather than effortless. The outfit draws attention to itself rather than allowing the man to be the focal point. The practical rule for color is the two-tone principle. Any outfit that works operates primarily with 2 tones, a base tone and an anchor tone. Dark jeans and a navy polo, charcoal trousers and a white Oxford shirt, stone chinos and a camel blazer. 2 tones in clear relationship create visual simplicity and allow the silhouette to read cleanly. A third tone can be introduced as a grounding element, specifically through the shoe or a single accessory, but it should support the 2-tone relationship rather than add a third independent color to resolve. When a man finds himself standing in front of a mirror, unsure about an outfit, the most reliable diagnostic question is, how many colors am I wearing? If the answer is more than 3, including the shoe, something should be removed or replaced, not added. The second area where less outperforms more is accessories. The watch, the belt, the pocket square, the cufflinks, each of these is individually a legitimate element of a well-dressed man's appearance, but each one also adds visual noise, and visual noise accumulated across multiple accessories in the same outfit creates a result that reads as crowded rather than considered. The eye moves from watch to pocket square to belt buckle to collar pin, registering the work that went into the assembly rather than the impression the assembly creates. If you are finding this useful, and if this is the kind of straightforward, practical advice you want more of, go ahead and subscribe. This channel is built around exactly these principles, and there is a great deal more coming on how to simplify, sharpen, and strengthen your style without spending more. The rule for accessories is the single focal point principle. At any one time, only one accessory should be doing visible work in an outfit. A well-chosen watch is enough. A pocket square is enough. A quality belt with a clean buckle is enough. When all 3 are present simultaneously, the focal point becomes unclear. The eye does not know where to settle, and the impression of the outfit, which should be clean and immediate, becomes slightly scattered instead. Picture two men at the same dinner. The first is wearing a camel blazer, white polo, dark chinos, tan loafers, a slim leather strap watch, a pocket square, and a statement belt buckle. The second is wearing the same blazer, polo, chinos, and loafers, but only the watch. The first man's outfit is not bad, but the second man's outfit is stronger. The camel blazer does more work when nothing is competing with it. The third area where less outperforms more is layering. Multiple layers, a t-shirt under a shirt, under a knit, under a jacket, can work when each layer is serving a clear visual purpose. But most layering decisions in most men's wardrobes are not about visual purpose. They are about warmth or habit, or the feeling that more layers create more interest. They do not. They create more complexity. And in the register that most men over 60 are dressing at, smart casual, elevated casual, the everyday range, complexity reads as a younger man's approach that has not been updated. There is also a specific visual problem that multiple layers create for men over 60 specifically. Layering adds volume, and volume in the wrong places, around the chest and torso, at the collar, through the shoulders, is the visual quality that most works against the clarity of a mature man's silhouette. A crew neck worn under an open shirt under a blazer creates a crowded neckline, multiple fabric edges competing in the same visual space. A shirt worn untucked under a knit creates an unresolved lower hem, the eye unsure where the outfit ends. These are not dramatic problems in isolation, but they accumulate into an overall impression of a man who has put on a lot of things, rather than a man who has made a clear decision about what he is wearing. The most powerful outfits in a mature man's wardrobe are typically the simplest. A well-fitted merino crew neck over dark navy trousers and suede Chelsea boots. A white Oxford shirt over dark chinos and tan leather loafers. A camel blazer over a polo and dark jeans. None of these combinations involve more than 3 elements. None of them require deliberation in front of the mirror. And all of them produce an impression that is immediately stronger than a 5-piece outfit assembled from the same wardrobe with less consideration for their interaction. This is the specific test for whether a layering decision is working. Take the outermost layer off and look at the outfit without it. If the outfit is stronger without the layer was covering something rather than adding something, and covering something with an additional garment is one of the most common wardrobe mistakes men over 60 make. The instinct to hide an element that is slightly wrong by putting something on top of it rather than addressing the element itself. Now here is the part that most men find the hardest to act on, but that makes the most immediate difference. I want to hear directly from you. When you look at your wardrobe and think about the outfits you wear most often, how many elements are in them, and which one could you remove this week without weakening the result? Tell me in the comments. I read every one. The fourth area where less outperforms more is more subtle but equally consistent. The relationship between the effort that is visible in an outfit and the impression it creates. A man who has clearly tried very hard to look good, whose outfit involves multiple carefully coordinated pieces, a visible attention to trend, a conspicuous amount of consideration, does not look effortlessly sharp. He looks like a man who is working hard to look sharp, and working hard to look sharp is not the same thing as looking sharp. The telltale signs of visible effort are specific and recognizable once you know to look for them. Too many colors, each chosen deliberately but not quite in natural relationship with each other. Multiple accessories, each individually appropriate but collectively creating a crowded impression. An overly complex layering arrangement that draws the eye to the construction of the outfit rather than to the man wearing it. And perhaps most tellingly, a newness to the clothes, the slightly self-conscious quality of a man wearing something he has recently purchased specifically because he wanted to look better, rather than reaching for things that have been part of his presentation for a long time. The less is more principle, applied to this dimension, is about hiding the effort, not by doing less work, but by doing the work in advance and then presenting the result as if it required no work at all. The man who always looks effortlessly sharp has a color system, a fit system, a grooming routine, and a set of reliable combinations, all of which were built deliberately over time. When he gets dressed, he is simply reaching for things that he has already determined work. The effort happened in the choosing, not the wearing. And by the time he is in front of another person, the effort is completely invisible. This is why simplicity is not laziness, it is the highest form of preparation. A man who can produce a sharp, masculine, appropriate appearance from 3 well-chosen pieces that required no deliberation is not a man who has made no effort. He is a man whose effort is so well prepared that it has become automatic. That automaticity is what the audience reads as effortless, and effortless on a man over 60 is not just style, it is authority. Here is the practical summary of the less is more principle. Keep 2 tones in an outfit, a base and an anchor, with a third grounding tone in the shoe only. Choose one accessory that does visible work and let the others rest. Build outfits from 3 elements rather than 5. When in doubt, remove something rather than add something, and apply the layer test. Take the outermost layer off. If the outfit is stronger without it, it was covering a problem rather than creating a solution. The simplest version of the outfit that still works is almost always the best version. A well-dressed older man does not dress less, he dresses better. He has edited the unnecessary, retained the essential, and built a wardrobe in which every piece earns its place. And the impression that creates sharp, masculine, apparently effortless, is more powerful than anything that could be achieved by adding more. So here is the challenge. Look at the outfit you wear most often. Identify the one element that is adding complexity without adding strength. Remove it or replace it with something simpler. Wear the edited version and notice the difference. Then let me know in the comments what you removed and what changed. I want to know. If you are not subscribed yet, this is the moment. This channel is built on exactly the principles we just went through. Timeless, practical, and designed for men who want to look their best without chasing what is new. In the next video, we are going into the biggest mistake men over 60 make when they try to buy their way to better style and why the answer is almost never in the shop. You will not want to miss that one.